What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Wayne, representing Team Take Profits, and I'm glad you on here today for this training, this forex training. Getting right into it. Don't have to be long. Just want to offer training for whoever needs it, because I believe when you join iMarkets Live, the whole purpose you joined was to learn how to trade. The whole purpose of joining iMarkets Live is to learn and get an education, not just get trade signals and get handouts, but learn this for yourself. And so it's our job as leaders and as team leaders is for us to provide you with good training, good quality training. Because when you're watching the videos that you should be doing, you should be watching the videos that iMarkets Live give you, which is great. But you need mentors and you need trainers to connect the dots or connect everything for you and teach you how to use it. So that being said, I really don't want to bore you with a whole bunch of Forex jargon, a whole bunch of Forex terminology, stuff that you're not ready for. Let's get you learning and using these tools right away tomorrow. Tomorrow, whenever you trade, whatever session you trade, let's get you using this stuff right away. And so I believe I'm the man for the job. I believe I can help you with this. So that being said, what do you guys need help with? At what stage? I know some of you that's on here right now. I know one of you, and I heard of another. But type in the comments, or you can even unmute yourself, because we have a small class, which I really like it that way, so we can get personal. I'm going to unmute you. But what are the problems that you're having right now since you started trading, or some new obstacles that you're facing, and let's address those. And
I need to go from right now, from taking all that I've learned from y'all and then going to a broker. How do I do that?
So you need help with putting money in your broker account?
Doing a broker account, setting it up.
30, but pre-op is usually a few days before.
I'm sorry, you say you need help with setting up a broker account, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's gonna be something that's on Mondays. So you got to get on the Mondays. Are you available Monday? Yes,
sir.
Yeah. So no. I believe that's a Wednesday when John Nick set up beginner classes. That's not really training. That's just getting you set up. And Joe, that's what Joe can help you with, or I can even help you with that. I can send you a link and then get you all that set up.
That'll be great.
Yeah. I can do that. I will actually do that as soon as we end this call.
Okay, well, I've already done the demos and everything, and got that down pretty pat. And I'm ready to go to the next step.
So yeah, setting up a broker account and putting money in, that's a piece of cake. So I can send you a link that's easy to follow, and you can set it up step by step. So that's nothing. So far as trading though, you feel like you got everything? You good to go with that?
No, I ain't got it all together. Next year I will.
Yeah. So at this point, what do you guys need or looking to learn? Because I can go over a whole bunch of stuff that it just blow over your head, and it'd be a worthless call. I really want to get right to the nitty gritty of what you need help with that can help you tomorrow trading.
Well, tell us how you started. That you were at this point.
I've been in for a year. And I started with mastering the video. So hopefully you guys know how to log into your back office and and watch those basics 1 through 4 videos. You familiar with that, Tim?
Yes, sir. Already been through there several times.
Right. So have you mastered them though?
Sir, I can't say I've mastered them, but I have done my best. Like I
Right.
said, that'll take time.
Right. So now the way that you know that you mastered it, okay? I have mastery classes that I challenge you and put you on a hot seat, and I have you say, okay, do this. Okay, find this. And if you can't find it, then that's the quickest way to identify some of your weaknesses that you can correct. So I'll call out one of those classes and then just hop on one of those.
Okay.
What I did, you asked me, what did I do? So when I was watching the basics 1 through 4 and the technical analysis and so on, I wasn't in a rush to get through those videos. If it took me a year, if it took me 2 years to get through 2 videos, then that's what it takes. So when the instructor in the videos told me something, this is support, this is the trend line, this is Fibonacci, this is an Elliott wave, I paused the video and try to find 50 or 20 to 50 of those. I just scrolled through my chart, and I needed to identify those without taking forever. I needed to identify those like clockwork. Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. And in the beginning, it took long, and then the more I found them, the better I got at it. So whatever the video is telling you, whatever they're showing you in that video, you need to pause it. Once you get an understanding, pause the video and go back to your charts. If you spend more hours watching videos than being into the charts, then you're hurting yourself. You need to be in the charts more than you're watching the videos. You got to watch the videos to learn, but then you need to apply it and back test in the charts.
What I was doing when I came up against something I didn't understand, I would go back to the videos and re-listen to them and do the video all over again. I've probably listened to those 4 deals probably 7 or 8 times a piece.
And then once you watch it, are you going to the charts and trying to find and do what they did in the video?
Yes, sir.
Yep. And you want to do that over and over and over and over. All right. And there's no shortcut in this. It's just time. The more time you put in, the better you get at it. And then once you make it through technical analysis in the basics 1 through 4, after that, then it's technical analysis. You should be ready to try to start finding trades for yourself. You're still going to stumble, but you're going to have a better grasp at it. And then you're going to practice that. It's going to get better and better. And the more you hop on these trainings, the more you will understand this stuff as well. All right. So we got Curtis on here. Like I was telling the rest of the guys, if you have questions, whatever you're struggling with, type it in or ask me, and I can address that, because I really want to get right to whatever you need. Whatever you think that you're not getting since you've been in on a team, ask me what that is so I can show you. So I'll wait on that, and you can interrupt me anytime, or you can type it in the box. But what I wanted to show you guys was while you're trying to find your own trades, while you're still trying to learn this, you really don't have to wait for a leader or for a trainer to call out a trade for you to make money. Okay. And I'm going to show you you're paying hold on one second. You're paying for IML, and so you should use the tools that they give you. All right. So does everybody know how to use the Harmonic scanner? Do everybody even know how to log into it?
I haven't got it conquered yet.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Nope. Okay. All right. So this is my Harmonic scanner. You want to log in. No, this is not the Harmonic scanner. This is the Harmonic scanner. Can you see it? It's a white screen here.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Just waiting for it to load up. But this is my Harmonic scanner. and you just go to imlharmonicscanner.com. And you either going to use swipe trades, which I strongly suggest you guys do, the 3.0. Swipe trades revamped, reconstructed everything. They got people that's holding them accountable, or they got a person, and it's more structured now. So definitely suggest you guys try that out, or you go to the Harmonic scanner, and this is free. This is free with the package that you bought. You don't have to pay for nothing. This is free. You already paid for it. So imlharmonicscanner.com and type in your login information. Okay, then boom, here it is. Most of you guys are just scalpers, right? You want to be in and out of the trade, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to be looking for trades on the 15-minute. You don't want to really deal with the 1 hour to 4 hour in the daily. You want trades on the 15-minute. Okay. And all you do is just go to a broker. I like to use JAFX. I love them. I hate that they're going through their issues with the government and stuff, but as far as U.S. citizens, but I love them as a broker, though. Very accurate and everything. So you want to go to scan for M15. So that's a 15-minute chart. And these are all the trades on a Harmonic scanner. Right over here. So you wanna pick a trade right before your session. So my session is the London session. So this morning, me and a couple guys caught GBP odd for a sale. It's gone now, but GBP odd, and we caught that, and we woke up at 2 a.m. in the morning, and we caught that before our session. We saw it popped up here, and we caught it. So you want to see these before your session start. And let's click on one. All right. So the thing of it is that you see the stop loss and the entry over here?
Yes, sir.
All right. You got a stop loss, the entry, take profit 1, take profit 2. Okay. So it's giving you everything you need, right? But the thing of it is that you don't want to use that really. Like you want to use like the what is it called? The Harmonic scanner is finding trades for you. And these are the entry points and the take profits and stop loss that they're giving you. But I suggest you learn how to see the market for yourself. They're giving you the trade setup, and you just need to take the same trade over to your chart. Can you see my chart now, my trading view?
Yes, sir.
You need to take it over here and see it in a clearer way. This is going to train you to see the market, train you to identify. They already did the hard part for you. Now they already gave you the direction. Now it's going to force you to learn how to do the rest, to force you to see the market, to force you to see, okay, how far can it go down? Because if you're doing your part as far as watching basics 1 through 4 and mastering it and doing technical analysis and going on to intermediate, don't stop if you stop at basics 1 through 4, if you stop at intermediate, then you're stopping your money. Okay, you're limiting your money, because the more understanding you have and the more knowledge you have, the more money you can make in this market. All right, so the more you go on into your education in IML Academy, the more you will understand this stuff. Okay, so that's really not my job to go over that stuff, but my job is to help you further your education as traders. So you see the Harmonic scanner say USDJPY. First thing is you got to have your scanner set up. Okay, so if you got your scanner pulled up and you can set it up with me, or
Your phone's going off.
or you just have to watch the recording and set it up later. But what I have is my Bollinger Bands on here, and that helps me identify if this is even a trade worthwhile, a trade worth even taking. And my Bollinger Bands let me know that. Okay, so and I have it saved, and you can save it. You see these little clouds over here in the top right?
Yes, sir.
So all I do is click on this little load chart button, and you see my Harmonic Scanner 1 setting. I already got it set up. Click on that. Boom. It's already set up. My whole setting, all I need. Nothing too fancy, just a couple Bollinger Bands and my little parabolic SAR dots, and I can see if this is a good trade worth taking. All right. So you probably like, well, what is the settings, right? So I'm going to show you. All right. So as soon as you pull up the chart, or you exit off the RSI, go ahead and exit off. And you want to go to your indicator right here. It's a little indicator button. All right. And you want to go to Bollinger Bands. All right. And you can double click on it, or you can hit this gear, this little format button right here, format. And you want to go to 50. Okay. The first thing you have to do is go to 50. 50 and 2. Style, whatever you want to make your style. But I say take off the background and make it all black. Make it all black. All right, 50 and 2. So now you want to go to Bollinger Bands again. Teaching you the secret here. 50 and 2.5. Every trade I'm taking this week is from the Harmonic scanner. I did it 2 days already. Made money on every single one, both of them. All right, now you want to go to Bollinger Bands again. We got 2.5. Now we need 50 and let me see, 2.5, and now we need 3. Okay, take off the background. We don't want that background. We want to make it black. All right, there we go. Now we got 2.5, 3. Now we want another Bollinger Band. Okay, and we want 50 and 3.5. All right, again, take off the background, make it all black, whatever color you like. And we got one last one. All right, one more, okay? So Bollinger Bands, and you want to go 50. 50 is your middle line, okay? And you want to go 4. 4 is the last number. High as you go is 4. All right, black. All right, now I'm going to tell you why I just did that. Okay, you see that? It's like fanning out. You got a little fan going. So the whole idea is you want this wing, you want the wing tip inside of these bands. The further this tip is in the bands, then that's telling you that price has to come back to the middle line right here. This is the middle, this dark black one. That's the middle line. So that's what Bollinger Bands is. It wanna go out and then come back to the median, to the middle line. So if this wing is not even in the bands, I'm not saying that the trade is not going to work. All I'm saying is that it's not a safe trade to take. Okay, it's not a safe trade to take because it's almost there anyway. Stop loss is here. Like every harmonic scan pattern that pops up does not mean take it. It don't mean take it. See, these tools work, but we have to work them. And so I'm trying to show you how to work them. So we got these Bollinger Bands. These Bollinger Bands, we're only using them. Our rules are we want these peaks, these wing tips to be deep inside the bands. We want them to be in the bands. This is not even in the first band. Okay? We got one more Bollinger Band to do, and I'm gonna show you what that is now. Do you guys understand what I mean when I say the wing tips inside of these bands? Do you understand that or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, I want to keep it very simple. All right, so the last Bollinger Band is this. We're gonna keep that simple, 20 and 2. All right, and the whole thing about this one is, you see how it's got like a shadow? I kept the background on this one because you want to see it closing outside of the Bollinger Band, of this one though. We're not focusing on the fan of it, the fans. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on this part of the Bollinger Band. So this closed outside, but we want it to close inside going down. See, this is a sell, right? Because the take profits are going down. So we want to see a red candle close inside. We want to see a candle close outside going up towards the entry point. And then we want to see a candle in our direction closing inside of the Bollinger Band. And then if all our confirmations are met, then you take the sell or you take the trade. Okay? So do you understand as far as closing outside of it towards the entry point and then waiting for one to close inside in your direction? Is that clear?
It's muddy water.
All right. Yes, sir. So, all right. So does this meet our confirmations? It closed outside, but we're still waiting for a close on the inside. That hasn't happened yet. So we sit on our hands. But it has, the peak is not even inside of the bands. Okay. So this is a no trade. This is a no trade. Before I go forward, there's two ways to doing this. You could either follow the strategy that I'm giving you now, or you can follow the strategy that I'm giving you and take it to the next level by going to the chart. And so that said USDJPY. That's what that harmonic scanner was. So you go over here and it's on a 15-minute. So whatever the time frame is here, 15-minute, you keep it here on a 15-minute. All right. Now this is a little bit more advanced, but if you're trading on a 15-minute, you shouldn't just be looking at the 15-minute. You should be knowing what's going on the 4-hour. You should be knowing what's going on the 1 hour. Because if you want to take this buy, because you see this is a buy trend, on the 4-hour, it could be a downtrend. So this could be reaching its peak up here and you won't even know it. And then you see it dropping. Well, if you went to the higher time frame, if you went to the 4-hour, you would have knew that you only had so much room to go before it started to drop. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So even though we're scalpers, even though we're intraday traders, we only want to be in a trade for 1 hour or 2 hours and then we're done. We still have to know what's going on a higher time frame. So I will go to the 4-hour, fix my chart up, and I will say, okay, well, what's the time? What is the trend? All right. So the trend is an uptrend. But we're reaching a double top here. So this is a supply zone. This is more advanced talk, but you do have to be exposed to it at some point. But this is a supply zone. Price, was up here and it quickly shot down. When you see that type of violent move or just a very volatile move like this, then that's telling you that that's a supply zone. And when price come back up here, possibly it's going to pick up the orders that left. See, this shot out right away. Whoever the sellers were, there's possibly more sellers still in here waiting for their orders to get picked up because it left so fast. It didn't hardly consolidate. Okay, it didn't consolidate, go sideways for a very long time. It shot out. So there's possibly still some orders left in here that can be getting filled here for another drop off. I said possibly. We don't know for sure. So there's no way that I would take this buy. There's no way.
Or sell?
There's no way I would take a buy or a sell.
That's right. Okay. There's
no way. Because I don't have any signal for a sell. All right. And I'm definitely not going to take the buy because we're at a supply zone. See this here? This same thing can happen all over again. And when I take a buy, that's when people say, oh man, as soon as I jump in, it goes the opposite way. It's because we're not identifying these type of structures in the market. If you can identify these patterns and these reoccurring movements, And that takes time though. But if you can identify these will keep you out of trouble. Okay. And so I want to see how price react in this area. And this is a USD JPY. So I'm going to see around, you got to understand, when does USD JPY move the most? What session?
When the your exchange opens.
Yeah, so do you know the US dollar will move around that time? The Japanese yen, that's the Tokyo session. Okay.
Yeah.
So around like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or whenever time the Tokyo session opens up, you can see movement. So I'm looking around those times. You see, I don't have to just watch this all day. If you know what pair moves at what time, and that doesn't take a lot to know that. Okay. You just know what time it move. Okay, USD JPY, I think I might like this trade. Well, let me see what time does this pair move. And then you just check it at that time. Just a quick glance. All right. And so you got the Harmonic scanner telling you that it's for a sale, but it's not time yet. It's not time yet. All right. And so everything that I just explained to you, I want you guys to be able to whip through it in 5 minutes. It took me longer because I had to explain it, but whip through it in 5 minutes and identify that that's a no-go. That's a no trade for now, okay? And so what you do is, I'm trying to show you that this is how you should be conducting yourselves in the market while you're learning how to master this and find your own trades. This is going to give you confidence. This is going to get you along faster. This is going to get you making money faster on your own by using this Harmonic scanner to give you just a little bit of leverage, to give you a little bit of boost, you know, and then you just take the rest. See, we got to get to a point where all I have to do is say, hey, I'm looking at a sale on USD JPY, and all you have to do is say, oh, okay, I can take it from here. I was able to do that 6 months in. I was starting to get it around 3 months because I really studied a lot. I really studied like 4 hours a day. But a lot of you can't study that much. But you got to get to a point where you can say, okay, USD JPY for sale soon. And you'd be like, okay, I can take it from here. Thank you. You want to get to that point. All right. So USD JPY is not ready yet, as we identify. You want to go to the next one. Now, I was telling somebody the shark. You see the shark over here? Let's click on the shark. The sharks are a little bit dangerous. Okay, because they pull back. And my point exactly. So you in a buy here, and then it pulls back, and then it goes. That's what sharks usually tend to do, because there's 2 entry points. Okay. And if you don't understand market structure and understand price action and everything, then you want to wait for the pullback. It's better safe than sorry. It's better to not be in a trade and be lost and you don't know how to manage it. So it's better to be not in it, you know, or be patient with it. All right. Because we're talking real money. So, and if you're on demo, you still want to practice these habits, because what's life after demo is live. So you want to practice the right way and build good habits. Somebody trying to say something? Oh, yep. So, it came up and hit TP1. All right, that's good. And most of the time, that's all you want is TP1. But sometimes it's going to pull up and then it's going to pull back on a sharp, and then you can re-enter here. Okay. So, the settings that I gave you, if it go away, once you set up your Bollinger Bands like I taught you, you want to hit this up arrow. You want to save chart layout. Hit the up arrow with the cloud. Save the chart layout. So now if it goes away, you can just click this and click on, and then once you name it, you can click on it again, and boom, it's right here for you. All right. All right. So we say we skip the shark. We don't want that. You go down to the next trade. Okay. You say, okay, let's see what's going on. All right, all JPY. If it doesn't meet your standards here, if it doesn't meet the criteria, or if it doesn't meet the confirmations, it's not even worth going to the chart as a beginner, right? It's not even worth going to TradingView or MT4. All right, so this trade, what is this? This was a sell. It wasn't deep in the bands, and it didn't even close outside of the Bollinger Band for you. If you understood the basics of Forex and market structure and price action, like, well, then you possibly could have took it still, because you would have understand what the market was doing. But if you don't understand that yet, you can't do that, and you have to only do the confirmations that I told you until you can build up more understanding on why this still hit TP2 and TP1. So you go to this trade is done. You don't want to take a trade that's already done. You want to see it just starting. That trade is done. So during your session, I trade to London. So 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to move on to the next trade. EURJPY is a shark. Okay. So we're a little bit in the bands, a little bit. The deeper, the better, right? It closed outside the band and then closed inside. It wasn't really at our entry point. All right, really wasn't really there. So you probably wouldn't have took it. I mean, you don't want to be iffy with your strategy. You want to be, okay, you got to do this, and that. All right, if you got 5 confirmations, you want at least 4 to get hit. All right. So they're hitting the entries. I mean, they're hitting the targets, but as far as it being hitting on the entry, that's why I advise you guys to learn, learn the market, learn how the market moves, learn what higher highs and lower highs is and everything like that. Because then you can still get on these targets. You can still make the money in here without it meeting every confirmation. All right. So let's move to the next one. That one is done. So you guys seeing how I'm maneuvering through this? This is how you should be maneuvering through this Harmonic scanner every day. Add this to your routine. That trade is done. GBP, USD, BAT. All right. So I caught this buy that was a while ago. It's still in effect, and now I hit TP2. So let's go look at this and identify how did it do this. Okay, let's look at it. It went up for a buy, kind of pulled back, consolidated around this time, and that's what GBP does. And then it went up again on the next London session and hit TP2. And then it might consolidate, and it might hit TP3. Now let's go to the chart and see why it did that. So GBP USD. So now if there's no trade for you, it's okay. It's nothing to cry about. There will be a trade. And you have to keep showing up to the market over and over, because if you show up Monday and there's no trade to be made, well, that's fine. That's fine, because we're not trying to risk our money, on anything. We're not trying to force a trade. There will be a trade. You see all this movement? There's plenty of movement, plenty of trades to be made. You just have to stay plugged in. Okay, so if you wake up Monday and there's no trade, that don't mean slack off until Thursday or Wednesday, get back into the market. You need to be showing up. If this is what you joined and you want to make money, you have to show up every day. And then you might only get a little profit here, couple hundred or 50 or 100. And then Tuesday, you might not have a trade. And then Wednesday, boom, you plugged in, you waited for it, you was patient, and boom, that's when you get your $500 profit. It take off, and you was there for it. So don't get discouraged if there's no trade. That's fine. We're not trading for profits and losses. We're trading for our future. Okay? And so we're just being patient. There's no rush. So so the GBP was on the 15-minute. All right? And so it caught it around here. That big drop, it caught it. and it came up here. I caught this by Monday, and then it consolidated. Okay, so now let's learn a little bit. Well, why did it still go up? Tim, you watched basics 1 through 4. You kind of active right now in the session. So I'm just asking you, do you know why this continued going up?
Why is because of the orders at the bottom. It was more active.
Okay.
They continue to go up because of the. That's how you determine that. It's here at the screen at your bottom. You
right.
got more activity down there.
Come on here
into the market, and then it is there. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now,
these lines. Exactly these lines are for a different pair. So let me switch it. GBP, USD. All right. We don't even need this to know what happened here, but this will help you. This is a little indicator that I use. But you're right. You said there were orders, right? But how would you have known? How would you have known? You don't know that there are orders there. You only know that there's orders after the fact. See, that's not going to help us make this money because we're always going to be chasing the market. And so as we're just retail traders. And so we can't be chasing the market. Mm-hmm. We have to understand the technicals and market structure. So
how do we know?
Yeah. There were something telling you that this was still going up in the uptrend. And I'm going to show you.
Well, if it was me, I would have done my charts across to the history of the whole thing and drawn my lines across there and known where the highs and the lows were as far as the history of that trade.
Yeah.
See right there where your lines, if your historical deal for the last day or so.
Talking about where this?
That is your low, and then going up is that your high.
Right here?
And then it went back down and then went back up. But it's done that for the last little while. So you're reading that to see if that's going to be a continuation if it goes through that line.
Right. So
or if it's going to be a wave or just a wave there, they're going to stand right there right now and just hold out to see which way they're going to go, up or down.
Okay. So what tool would you use to help you identify this? Because you see it now, but what if it was just here? See, how would you know it's going up?
How would I know it was going up?
When it was right here, before it went up, how would you have known that it was going up?
I wouldn't have.
So what tool would you use to help you?
I would go back to that harmonic, whatever what it is, harmonic, the harmonica.
Yeah, the harmonic scanner.
Yes.
Right. So you're on it. So now what you're doing is you're bouncing back and forth. You're utilizing your resources.
Yes, sir. I'm going back and forth to see what that says.
Okay. So now we already know the harmonic scanner is loading up, but we already know it was for a buy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. TP1 was like right here. TP2 was like here, and TP3 was like up here. Okay. So just because it said a buy, it still can go down for a sell. That happens a lot too. So you can't really all the way trust the harmonic scanner. Not 100%. Not 100%. It works. And I pointed out all the trades and I made profits both days. But you could possibly be taking the wrong scan. You could possibly out of all 5 scans, you could pick the wrong one. You could pick the bad one. So we gotta know how to identify the good scans versus the bad scans. And we start out with putting those Bollinger Bands on our scans first, right?
That's right.
And if it meets that criteria, we still don't just plug those numbers in our phone, the stop loss and the take profit. We go to the charts. And now we say, okay, let me use what I learned in IML Academy. Let me use what I learned. So I learned, okay, it dropped. So you want to start back, work your way up. Okay,
Yep.
so it came up, boom, it dropped down. Okay, what are we gonna do from here? We could possibly keep going down, but price came up. And let's say you missed this. Okay, you missed this buy. Price came up. Now you gotta know what you're waiting for. You gotta know what you're waiting for. You gotta say, okay, either price is gonna keep going up, consolidate, or drop. That's all it can do is three things: go up, go sideways, or drop. So what you do is the tool that you use is your trend line.
That's right.
All right? That's what I wanted you to say. But you use
that's what I was trying to say with them lines right there. I was trying to say that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. And then, awesome. That's good. So you use your trend line, okay? And you're going to say, okay, well, you don't know how far this is going down. It could go up right here. So all you really have is this, okay? And you're just waiting. Now, I have indicators that I use. And so what you want to do is you want to type this in on TradingView indicators. And you want to go with currency strength indicator, CSA, okay? And you want the scalp. You want the scalp tool. It's going to say scalp. So let's see here. So this is going to help you though. Let me see. Let me go to my favorites. All right. You see currency strength indicator. Type all of that in. The maker is ND Money. That's Clint that we be on the sessions. And you want to pick the scalp. You don't want the 5-step system. You want the scalp. All right. So now we get that out of here. GBP USD, and you go to the format settings and you go GBP USD. Okay, you only click those. If you don't, you're gonna have all of these lines on your chart, every currency, and that's crazy, right? So you only want these, and this is a hack. Like this is like give you an edge, because every trader needs that little edge. We don't solely use these indicators to trade off of. They just give us a little edge once we identify what what the market is doing. So you put a line there. You see how I put that line there? Mm-hmm. And that's a horizontal line, and I put it at 50 because this is your middle line. And you want to see if this is going up, like the Harmonic scanner said, then we want to see GBP line, the color of GBP, which is orange. We want to see this up above the 50 line, and we want to see this green line, which is the US dollar, to be below the 50. So we want to see them crisscross like this. See how the orange line is up here, but the green line is down here. Okay, that's what you want to see for a GBP USD buy. And so do we all understand what currency is weak, what currency is strong?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So if the Harmonic scanner is calling this GBP USD a buy, then we want to see the GBP strong down here. We want to see this the orange line, GBP line above 50. All right. So once we see that going, then that's telling us that it's getting strength and the US dollar below, we could take the buy. All right. After all our confirmations are met, the Harmonic scanner, the wingtip is in the bands. The candle closed outside of the band, and then it closed inside going in our direction. That's another confirmation. These right here is just the last confirmation. Okay. And now let me play it out for you. Where is it at here? Where's my replay button? Looking for my oh, here it is. Okay. So we replay it. Now what this is a possible ABCD pattern forming. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got the A, B. That's easy. But the hardest part is C.
C, is that? Yeah.
The hardest part, go ahead.
Is a C right there at the bottom where the red and the green meet?
Yeah. Well, right here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that could be a C, but we don't know if it's ready yet. We don't know if the C is complete. See, because let me tell you something. You could take the buy right here and then keep dropping lower.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So you have to know when the C is done. And that's the hardest part, is to know when the C is done. All right. So one of the ways that we identify that is waiting for closes above this 8 moving average. Okay. Because once the momentum is above this 8 moving average, as you can see, it's just riding and staying above. When it closes below it, under the right conditions, then you see all the candles below it. All right. So that's one indicator. That's one confirmation. The other confirmation is maybe, just maybe, that we will wait for the currency heat wave on our apps. If you downloaded it, wait for the Great Britain pound to gain more strength than the US dollar. Wait for this orange line to start creeping above, and then we would take the buy with a 10-cent lot size. Okay?
With a what lot size?
A 10-cent lot size.
A 10-cent.
The reason why is because we want to get our toes wet. We just want to get a little skin in the game just to secure our position in this trade. So if it does break lower, it's not going to kill us. 10-cent lot size, 0.01 lot size. As the trade continues, and as you can identify, hey, this thing is taking off. Before it really takes off, then once it breaks a resistance zone, because it's going for a buy. Once it breaks a resistance zone, and I'm going to show you what that looked like here in a second, then you can take out a $1 lot size, if that's what your account can handle, a $5 lot size. I don't think nobody is ready for a $10 lot size yet. But you can take out a $5 lot size, and you're only trying to scalp it, and that's how you're going to quickly build up your account. All of this came from the Harmonic scanner. You see, the Harmonic scanner gave us the direction, and then we were able to be in the right mindset and learn how to utilize the training that we've been having through IML Academy. All right. So we played the trade out. All right. Remember, it said it was a buy. So look, you see this US dollar dip? You see that green line dip? Oh, yeah. That boy dipped nicely. So that's telling me that the US dollar is weak, very weak. Now we're just waiting for the GBP to creep above this the 50 level. Okay, so let's play it. And the more you do this, the better it gets. So now, see, we didn't rush it. Did we rush to take this buy? Because now look what happened. The US dollar gained some more strength. See, this will keep you when you say, well, I don't know my entry points. I don't know the best entry point. Teach me how to do entries. Well, this what I'm doing. This will help you with your entry. There's more than one way of getting a good entry. This is a good one. If you can perfect this and back test this on your own hours at a time, you will get good at this. All right. So we're going to wait. Patience. Now we see the US dollar going down. Now we see the Great Britain pound going up. You can take, and it's bouncing off our trend line. Now, remember, what is another confirmation we can take? Another confirmation we can use. Remember, I said that. How do we use this 8 moving average? Do you remember?
Yeah, you got to go through it.
You want to see it. You want to see a candle in your direction close above it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Got to go through it.
Yep, exactly. So you can either wait for 2 candles. What I like to add is parabolic SAR dots. Okay, that's kind of like my 30-minute crossover. So let's add that. Okay, now this is just to give us an edge at the very last second. Sorry, all these rings. Sorry about that. So parabolic SAR, support and resistance. Put that on there. The settings are normal. Don't change them. So now look at that. Now, does that help you identify what you're seeing now?
Yes, sir.
So now look at that. Look how all of our confirmations are building. Okay. We understand the harmonic scanner gave us the trade direction. We understand now we got a trend line popping off, and we possibly got an ABCD pattern coming. We understand that, basics. Okay, now how do we get into this trade? Well, we wait for the GBP to get strong here. We wait for the US dollar to get weak. And we possibly will wait for our parabolic SAR dot to flip. So let's play it out. All right, hasn't flipped yet. Then we don't get into the trade. All right, you see that? See how that saved us. Now you could have been in the trade, but you still would have been fine had you took it, because you only would have took a what lot size?
But 10-cent lot.
You only would have took a 10-cent lot size. How does this drop hurt you with a 10-cent lot size? It does not. This drop does not phase you. This is just some candy in a candy store. That's all that was. That's how much money that was lost. Okay, so because we're using risk management, we're fine. But we didn't even take the trade yet because it didn't blow past our parabolic SAR dot. And now you got the US dollar gaining strength. Is this making sense?
Yeah. You're
Awesome.
recording this, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So now we play it out. Now we're just waiting. We're saying, oh, no trade yet. We're waiting. The scanner said it was a buy. So we're waiting. Now we got to flip. And we have to move our trend line too. We can't keep the trend line here, because the reason why we can adjust the trend line is because it didn't close above this support zone right here. You see this support level? If this comes down and close above this, you can forget about that harmonic scanner buy. You can forget about that, because the scan was off and we identified it because we're learning, and this whole ABCD pattern is over. All right, so A, B, C. You see, C is the hardest part. See, we thought we had C here.
That's right.
We thought we had it, but we didn't have it. And we used our confirmations to keep us outside of the trade. And if you were aggressive and you was gun-ho about it and you really wanted to take it, you only took a 10-cent lot size. It didn't hurt you. All right. So now we got the parabolic SAR flipped. Okay. So since we got it flipped, do we take the buy now? Do we take the buy now?
I'd wait. I'd still wait.
You would still wait. And can you tell me why though?
I haven't seen the pound climb high enough. You haven't crossed those lines yet.
I love it. I love it. And these things, see, I'm using indicators. Indicators are lagging, right? They lag. Okay.
But after the fact.
Yeah, after the fact. But these are some of the indicators that are kind of like whip price. They kind of move whip price. You still can't trust them. Not 100%. You still can't trust them. But what you can trust the most is market structure, support and resistance, supply and demand. We can't even trust the harmonic scanner all the way. We got to put that through the ringer. You know? But isn't all of this worth it though? Like, it's a little bit work. If something that can help you retire in 5 years, if you know my age, I'm 31, and it can help me retire about 40. If something that can make me $200, $300, $500, I'm talking about build my account up $1,000 a day. If something that can render you that much money so quick, it can't be that easy. It can't be shortcuts that much to it, right? It's going to be work. It's going to be work. And so, but the work that it's taken is really not that much. It's just understanding a few confirmations. All right. And it's definitely worth learning. So let's continue to play it. Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I put that much time in, because I enjoy so we can talk about that in a minute, but I enjoy coming to the market and putting the puzzle together every day, especially as a scalper, especially like us. We're intraday traders. We have to put the pieces we have to figure out the market every single day we come to it. Every day, because we're not sitting in a position on a 4-hour for like a week or 3 days. We're not doing that. So we have to really put the pieces to the puzzle together every single day. And so you got to have your confirmations on lockdown. You got to know them. So we see it breaking out. We see our pound got stronger, and it moved right with it. As this green candle was rising, you saw this orange line rising with it. It wasn't 2 candles late. It was with the candle. Okay. And if you got the currency heatwave app, it would have showed you that GBP was, I don't know what number it was, but it was stronger than the US dollar. Okay. So now you can take it. 10-cent lot size right here. This is a 10-cent lot size. Now let's play it out. When do we take the bigger lot? How do we grow our account? Okay, so we took a 10-cent lot size up here. It's only the 15-minute. You have to ask yourself, though, here's the thing. The Harmonic scanner gave you TP1 somewhere in here, or TP2. Right now we're on TP2. So somewhere in here or something like that. Okay, you got your stop loss. The stop loss was down here somewhere. All right, and you have to ask yourself, how far can this go? Okay, how far can this go? And well, that's the thing. If you didn't have the Harmonic scanner, you would have to figure that out on your own. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to say, man, how far does it go? Do it go here? Does it go up here? Like, how far do it go up here where this, you know what I'm saying, where this happened? So, but the Harmonic scanner will help you with that. So that's why I say, guys, use that Harmonic scanner to do the hard work for you, and you just piece it together after that. And so now, where do we take out this bigger lot size? If I see that this thing pulls back here, holds, and turns back around, I'm going to take out the bigger lot size. Simple as that. I'm going to take out a $5. For me, I'm going to take out a $5 lot size. All right? So it dropped, and then it wicked right back at our trend line. Came right back. So that's telling me that sellers try to push, but the buyers are strong. But the buyers are strong in the market still. Now we got an indecision candle. So now it's a deciding factor. Well, I'm holding off. I'm holding off on that bigger lot size. It's not time yet. And I just want to walk you through real time. What am I thinking? All right. So now we see the candle forming, but let's take it back a little bit. At one point, this candle, at one point, this candle was here, right?
Like that.
You agree?
Yes, sir.
At one point, this green candle was forming off of this trend line. All right. And the currency heatwave app was telling you that the GBP was getting stronger, the US dollar was getting weaker. Okay, let me move this up here. All right. And you see it getting strong here. So now the US dollar is way down, and the GBP is going up. Right up in here, I wouldn't have taken that big lot size up here, because it's going to render another pullback. After a big move like this on a 15-minute, another pullback going to come. So I would have took it when it was forming, bouncing off of this trend line. We already got 2 candles held on the trend line. Right?
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing but experience taught you that point, that you wasn't going to take that high, another high right there.
Oh my goodness, man. I lost so much money doing that dumb stuff. See, my mentor taught me, I would get in up here, and then it pulled back on me. And I got sick of that. I got tired of that. I thought the market was playing tricks on me. What time is it? It's almost time to be done. 8 o'clock, we're done. So it's 8 p.m. So we've been in for an hour. So let me wrap it up. But I will get in right when a pullback is happening. And I was like, oh, man, I got so angry with myself. I said, what am I doing wrong? And my mentor said, you got to get in at a good price point. You got to get in at a good price point. So the banks are patient. We got to think, we're retail traders, but we got to think like banks, highs and lows. So you got to wait to get in. The banks aren't going to get in here and chase this market. The banks, the people that are waiting for orders to be filled and hedge funds and big market movers, they're going to wait to get in at a better price. So we have to do the same. And you can't, if you miss this, if you go get a sandwich, this is the 15-minute chart, by the way. If you go get a sandwich and then you go fill up some Kool-Aid and then you go see what your wife need, by the time you come back, this move didn't happen. Okay? So if this happens, y'all, you can't take the big lot size. You missed it. Catch it on another time. Catch it on another time. Okay? But if you're watching it and you see it forming down here, you at some point you can't have fear. You can't be scared, and you got to take it. If you want your account to grow, you got to take the bit. You can't grow it on a 10-cent lot size. You just have to take the risk. Now you have to do a calculated risk. You have to do a lot size that your account can handle if it does go wrong, but you have to step it up a little. And you have to learn when to do it. So this is when I would do it. Do it right when it's forming. But it held, 2 candles held and wicked out at our trend line, and it's starting to come up strong. All our indicators are moving with us. Take the buy. Take a $5 lot size, take a $1 lot size. I can't tell you what to take, but do what you have to take, what your account can handle, and you write it on up. At this point, if you're not knowledgeable on how to hold it, then you can just take profit. You can just catch this over and over every single day. Every single day.
Wouldn't you just move your stop loss deal up?
Yeah, you could, but this is a 15-minute chart, so it can easily pull back and stop you out. You know, but you can't move up the stop loss. If you got in here on a bigger lot size, remember our 10-cent lot size was here, and then it pulled back on us. And then we got back in on a $5 lot size right here after it proved to us that it was going up, that the market held at a certain level. Then we took out a $5 lot size. We caught 16 pips. Don't try to catch 50 pips on that bigger lot size. You just scalping in and out, and it's better to just take the profit. Now hold the 10-cent lot size so you can get familiar with the feeling of holding a trade. That's God talking, Bailey. It's okay. That's what my mama used to tell me. That's God talking. So are we clear so far though?
Yes, sir. We're great.
I really do. I really pulled this session together for you. Like, I really feel like I nailed it. I wanted everything to be clear, simple, and go from A to B. And from this point, we're at the end of the trade. Keep the 10-cent lot size. Sorry, guys. One second. Let me close this session out. 1 second.
I will listen to this, watch this several times more.
All right. So you closed it out. So in the beginning, guys, while you're still learning, you caught 16 pips at a $1 lot size. You caught $16 when you're usually catching 30 cents on a 10-cent lot size. You stepped it up a little bit. That's great. That's great. And the more you build your account, some of you can take the $5 lot size. You made 25 bucks. Okay? Close the trade out. Close it out. And then keep your 10-cent lot size, the risk management lot size going so you can get familiar with holding trades, you know? And so that's how I would do it in the beginning. When you get more comfortable and more understanding, then you can hold those bigger lot sizes. You will know when to close them. Okay? And so, you would have understood this move. Okay. And you're going to get there, but it takes patience. And so with the Harmonic scanner, in the beginning, only look to take profit 1. Okay. After take profit 1, close the trade out and start another day. My trading strategy, guys, let me stop the sharing. My trading strategy is 2 trades a day. I only got 2 bullets to use. I'm a sniper and I only got 2 bullets to use. And I have to use them on the perfect trade setups. It can't be an iffy trade. It has to be good trades because I only got 2 trades I can take. And it has to be during London. It's not going to be in New York. It's not going to be in Sydney or the Tokyo or Australia. It's not going to be in none of those sessions. Only London.
Why?
Because that's the market that I know best. That's my trading plan. That's my business model, my trading model. And that's what I build myself, my comfortability with. Okay, so I know that. I know I have a bond with that market. And when you look at my my journal, my losses are happening in other trading sessions when I think I see a setup. But I'm 70, 65, 70% win rate in the London. So it seems to me I need to stick with what works. Now you have to figure out what yours is. But I strongly suggest you guys to only trade 2 or 3 max. 2 or 3 max. Don't trade 5 times a day because you need to clear your mind from trading. You need to clear your mind, process what happened for today, learn from it, and be fresh again the next day. And then the more you're trading, the more you're putting yourself out there to give all your wins back to the market.
10-4.
All right. So I believe I was very clear with this session. I loved it. I really loved this session, but it's not about me. I hope that you guys got a lot from it. And I guess
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dre, thank you for coming on. Curtis, shout out to you. Bobby, thank you. Tim, thank you for your participation because you made the session. All right.
Lord bless you.
All right. So, hey, we'll see you during London. Wide awake, and let's make this money, baby.
Okay, man.